No matter how much you ask, I'm not putting a chainsaw on your arm. So what do you want?
It's up to me then. Now I'm going to be honest with you up front. I didn't play Bayonetta to get my rocks off. I bought this game because I really liked Mad World and Vanquish, so that platinum logo made me feel like I was in good hands. Besides, if I wanted something that I could do the 5-knuckle shuffle with, I'd get a copy of Rumble Roses or Variable Geo, because even with all the kinky shit going on in this game, it really doesn't do it for me. Kinda like how I can get off to Soul Calibur 2 catfights, but not Queen's Blade for some reason. Anyway, Bayonetta. This is one of those games that loves making you memorize combo moves for dealing out punishment. Like those Lord of the Rings games, or both Vigilante 8s that weren't on the Splive arcade. Before I played Bayonetta, I was told that it was a lot like Devil May Cry. I still haven't played Devil May Cry. I have a copy of Devil May Cry. I should play Devil May Cry. Oh yeah, Bayonetta. It's about amnesia, and magic, and underpowered guns.
Why do I have these?
But mostly it's just a very, very violent brawler. Kinda like Final Fight, only your enemies end up as a pile of meat. And there's a lot of dancing. Other than that, just like Double Dragon. Now this game is one of those that won't be fun until you've played it for a while. Well, at least it was for me. Honestly, I didn't really start enjoying it until I got past Chapter 4, but then I started getting most of the purchasable moves and the transformations. Oh, and that's when I figured out how the weapon system worked, which I either glazed over the tutorial for, or it wasn't explained very well. By the way, for anyone out there looking to play this game, the best weapon loadouts I found were sword and shotgun, shotgun hands and claw feet, and quattro shotgun. Maybe I just like shotguns. So there's a lot of people who say that they were confused by the storyline of Bayonetta. But I found it pretty easy to follow along, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I understood of it. So, Bayonetta is the love child of a Lightness Sage cult member and a Darkness Witch cult member. These two conceive our titular character in order to make God destroy the world, so they could make a new one. In order to do that, Bayonetta's dad decided to make her meet herself as a child so she can get the full spectrum of life or something, because it's necessary. Meanwhile, as Bayonetta is figuring all this out, Inigo Montoya is following her around because he thinks that she killed his father, when in actuality it was some angels under the command of Bayonetta's father, who is also the CEO of Datadyne, who has been using his influence to help House Ordos overthrow the local Fremen and trap Sketch Turner for all of eternity. I do really like the style of the environments in Bayonetta, but I do have a problem with the stylistic choices for the cutscenes. In Mad World they did a similar thing with still shots in the cutscenes, but unlike Bayonetta, I felt it worked because Mad World kept a consistent Frank Miller-esque comic book style that was carried throughout the entire game. Where Bayonetta decided to go with this whole still shots supplanted with wind and film strips thing that just looked awful in my opinion. And it clashed with the buttery smooth animation that was in the rest of the game. I get that they probably did this to keep their budget low, but it just looks bad. Hell, I think they would have been better off with hand-drawn still shots, all Soul Calibur style. Seriously, with as much time and budget that goes into a Soul Calibur game, why the hell can't they be asked to pay attention to the character endings? I mean, if Capcom of all companies can do that for Bayonetta. Bayonetta likes to jump around a lot. Well, I mean the game, although Bayonetta likes to jump around in the game as well. The game tries to give you all of the aspects of its world at the same time, so the only story that progresses at a steady pace is whatever is happening currently in the game, which may have led to the confusion that most people had with the story. It's like the game is hyperactive and it's trying to tell you all of its story holistically as it thinks of an entire 13-episode plot. But fortunately the game is really fun when you get past that, so I would say that this game is...
Are you hiding something from me? Come on.
Fly me to the moon and let me play amongst the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I worship, all I long for and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words,